old ruins of a fortress, the best guys in business, and employ them. I believe in kind of like this peaceful revolution.
Be able to do all these crazy fun things, which accelerated even more because it's fun.
We design ourselves everything, we build ourselves.
Carry bricks while you're on phone calls.
They trying to copy. If they didn't ask, then they're foolish.
Tell us a little bit about Citadel that you're developing at the moment.
Next to Blue, next to Blue. So basically, a friend of mine found like a really tall hill with cliff sides, like like 360 basically cliff sides.
So for PARQ Citadel, you're telling me about your friend.
So he found this plot, and we were saying like he doesn't know what to do with it. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, they were even thinking to basically excavate it, lower the elevation, and so because like this hill is so kind of different from the hills around. Yeah, so and nobody knows what to do with it. And then like he showed it to me, and I thought like, great, look, this is clearly a fortress, so like and everyone wants to live in a fortress, at least I do, or I wanted as a kid, so I thought like, let's build a small project that looks like a fortress. Like there's a great city in France, it's called Carcassonne, and it's an entire city built inside a fortress. Actually not one fortress, but like I think 7 different layers of fortresses. So basically 500 years before BC. So there was a tiny fortress. And then people settled around the fortress. They built the next layer of protecting walls. Then more people settle around, and so now 7 layers later, it's a very beautiful kind of like historic city built within a fortress. So within 7 fortresses. So and I love this city very much. I visit it nearly every year if I'm traveling Europe. So again, so the idea like this was 10 second. The first idea that came to my mind. Let's build like a fortress.
A playful one.
No, I mean like. Still a meaningful one as well. So like it's a cool one, and it's kind of this is our kind of also a sandbox project. The idea was like, because of this elevation 360 view, basically undestructible kind of views as well. So we want to make more upscale villa development. With all the public spaces kind of like being not themed or not fake Disneyland like castle, but we want to take big, huge rocks and basically kind of play with this kind of like maybe with British garden design kind of idea where nature wins over humans, so basically where the jungle eats the city. So we kind of like, we built a little bit of old structures that will be overgrown by the jungles, and like within this kind of like old ruins of a fortress, there will be like kind of upscale villas. So it's a notch more upscale than Blue, but it will have features like kind of like James Bond like villas, and each of them there's no second row of villas. Each villa is a cliff edge villa. So that's kind of because it's kind of like each villa faces an edge, and there's no second row. Like basically like so you're always the first row and the only row.
I can imagine like just a bunch of people that are hearing this are like, how can they like kind of afford to do this? But like, still the fastest growing real estate project. What's the kind of formula going on over here? Like we can like be able to do all these crazy fun things, which accelerated even more because it's fun. What's the source?
Like the secret source is basically we are a very vertically integrated company. Like we are, we design ourselves everything. We build ourselves. Like I started,
kind of like
as I say,
Tesla
like,
model of vertical.
Exactly. We have our own builders. We basically don't subcontract anything meaningful, like besides maybe window frames or whatever, like or
You don't need those.
so no, the idea is then we even built the built outs as ours, like the finishings. That's actually a painful subject for Indonesia. Like again, so basically I'm training so maybe the core of my construction company. So some employees go back to 15 years back already.
Wow.
So I train them the first years myself and worked with them on while building my house and like kind of like my property. I was one of the construction workers. So just lead by example, not just like sit in a
carry bricks while you're on phone calls.
Exactly. So kind of we're very vertically integrated. So we cut all the middlemen and kind of like, as I say, we produce furniture ourselves. Like probably everything besides couches because they're imported from Italy, and everything besides maybe also kitchens that are also like made in Europe. But lots of, as I say, fine finishings, marble works, I don't know, kind of like all the water supply system, energy, like we are completely always energy independent. So in PARQ we have 1 megawatt solar panels installed. And in each location we will always hit the parity of whatever we use. So while the sun is shining, we're not taking anything from the government, so from the public electricity provider. And we're tweaking right now, even like kind of like the energy storage systems, smarter than your average, let's say, developer. So building own kind of like right now capacitor banks and battery banks and so on. So basically, because like on our scale, it will cost millions of dollars to build proper battery capacity. So we need to become basically a battery kind of like at least assembly. If we assemble the kind of like the storage units ourselves, it lowers the price by factor 3. For example. So that's why Tesla also buying only just the single batteries and gluing them together. So basically, So because if they will buy them already soldiered by Panasonic, they will cost 3 times as much. So and we basically on the same level. So again, vertical integration. And saying a good kind of like German maybe discipline and business practice. Then
and just efficient. You can't transcend engineering superiority. You can't transcend creative superiority. Just like being at least 10, 20 IQ points higher than everything else is just like there's a new level of emergence that starts. For me, I've actually like really started to notice and appreciate that. It's just like these compounding effects that start to happen.
Clearly. Just I mean, designs, architecture, engineering, everything is in house. So like even like all this. So basically, we're trying to buy only the parts, but we're building it together ourselves. Like so, like if as we were installing this 1 megawatt solar panel installation, the market, if we will buy it from a company, the free market, it will be also like 2.5 times more expensive. So we bought the panels, we bought the inverters, we basically like, and we designed this ourselves. It's just ourselves. It doesn't mean like I designed it. So like I always try to find the best guys in business and employ them. Because then we keep talent in house. So like and important is to find talent, and then it's even more important is to keep the talent in house. So then you will. So as you say, right now we just completely changing all, for example, hot water preparation. An entire in any building we ever built, we're changing it because we made our own right now, like kind of like combo. It's completely our own development, like kind of like heat pumps with this thermal solar heating. Like it's the whole idea, like and fusing in AC as a so basically so kind of like we're trying to 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 or 3 as the most people intend, like, but equals 6. So the idea is just kind of like just find cool ingredients, find existing standard mass produced tech, combine it.
Yeah.
So in a way nobody came up with in a way nobody thought it's possible, or like nobody thought of. So that's kind of like our thing. We're doing the same. Like let's say our IT infrastructure is crazy, like different. Many other things. Like as I say, we maintain our own, for example, water supply and water filtration at every property. So like this is also a challenge. Try to supply 500. Just we are a city council by design. Like try to supply 500 families with water, for example, or electricity. And in Bali, nobody will give it to you, or in Indonesia. So like no. So the government.
And going a level above, separating the grey water from the black water, being the only people on the island that, to our knowledge, do that. So it's that's cool. What I'd love to know, like in 5 years, PARQ Blue is pumping, like the city is flourishing, and there are probably some new things in society that start to emerge in terms of human flourishing and happiness and everything. What are some things that you're kind of like curiously interested to see potentially emerge, or what do you think might be possible?
Look, in general, I believe in kind of like this peaceful revolution. So we can lead by example. So I don't want to convince anyone of our way of life on that this is better in any way. So I'm going with the French kind of like philosophers of like 18th century who were arguing that revolution, like kind of like or violent revolution, is never needed. So you could convince people just by having a good life, sipping your red wine, sitting on a terrace, having a good life, and everyone will think like, why these guys are doing so well? We need to kind of like to copy their way of life. So that's my kind of like peaceful revolutionary approach. So we're not asking anyone for help. We're building what we think is fun. And we think also like that we're building it the way it should have been designed in the first place. But I believe so. People living around us, like outside of our kind of this utopian, private cities, they will look at this and they will like it. They are liking it a lot already. We have like every day maybe 1,500 to 2,000 people coming just to use the spaces or just to sit in a park and exactly. Just do a picnic or whatever, or going with your baby stroller or whatever. Or use our pools or saunas and spas, whatever. So I believe the more people see it, the more they will copy it and in general, if they copy a good thing, it will just lead to increasing quality of life, or let's say greener surroundings, and so on and so on. So this is my strong belief, and we will be there. So I can see us already. For example, you have seen that around PARQ Ubud, and houses started to look like Balinese houses started to look a lot like PARQ Ubud. So because they thought it's probably the design that makes it such a hotspot for foreigners, and why so many people living here. So they right now basically privately owned Balinese villas starting to improve from exterior, interior standpoint. Literally, they will look what type of furniture we put in our let's say villas, and they will just buy similar looking furniture and so on. That's fun. That's exactly leading by example. So it's I love it. And if this improves the quality of life of people around us, great. If this gives them a good blueprint to have a better and more green and conscious life and whatever, more successful life, please be my guest. I will be very honored to have shown something what they didn't know or So it's a good feeling.
There's a beautiful story there of just saying, over the next 100, 200 years of humanity, like there's going to be some interesting stuff, and just having a peaceful movement, a peaceful revolution of this is a great way to do life. That's just a beautiful thing that, you know, I can see that you want for the world as well, which is
Look, it's not a kind of like a private club.
No.
Everyone can join. Everyone, please also like.
There's 8 billion people on Earth. Please.
No, if someone wants to know how to do it, please come. I will share.
You have with me for the last year and a half.
Any and every secret I will share. So because it's not a secret. So we want I think it's a private initiative. You know. So like to build more livable spaces, for people, so like more ergonomically designed spaces, car-free spaces for that matter, so like greener spaces, so again, spaces that, again, evaluate your quality of life and not just like, chip away, so your quality of life, you know. The whole idea is, again, we are playing around, having fun, and again, so that's good. But if someone wants to come and ask how to do it, like happy. I believe we influenced it already. Just in Bali, maybe 50 different projects are right now trying to copy what we're doing. Like they trying to copy. If they didn't ask, then they're foolish. So I mean, like. Happy to share, as I say. If they try to think that
such a high leverage move.
No.
Share my secrets.
No, it's
try copy.
I find it. No, you could come and ask, and I will help. So just, but if people try to steal, usually
there's a different vibe.
No, it's not about different vibe. It's just like it's just then a bad copy. You never want to be a copy of something. You want to be the original. So like, but to be an original, you need to understand. The components, what make what's the secret recipe, and add something on your own. Whenever you try to copy, you will be just a shitty copy of something, not the original. So, like always, if you want to build your own community and community space and kind of like co-living, please come and ask. I will share. I'm happy to share everything. So 2024 will be amazing, a kick-ass year. So let's see.
Cool.
What we can achieve in this year.
Amazing. This was fun.
Yes.
Thank you for the time.
So that's pretty cool.